Hi, this is Rachelle with Journal Life's Journey, and I've been working on a little something that was inspired by a video I saw from WW Designs. I'll link to the video in the description box below. So, what she did was use a sketch pad or a pad of paper to make her masterboards. That way, they're nice and neat all together, and so I wanted to do some crafting, but I didn't really want to do anything intense. So I decided to work on some masterboards. This is a watercolor. This is probably overkill as far as the paper. I probably could have used a sketchbook, but I wanted something heavy because I didn't want to have to worry about backing. And the backing thing is just something I really don't like to do. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and use the heavier paper. This is 36 sheets of 300 GSM, which is very heavy, 9 by 12 watercolor paper. I got this paper pad from Five Below, and I think I have several of these. I have to look through my paper pads because I usually pick them up often. All right. So this is the first one that I did. I went through my digital papers and scraps that I had laying around and pulled out what I thought would work. And I initially was only going to do just this one, and then I got swept up. So, and I used washi tape too. And as you can see, there's places where it's not glued down well. And I just figured because I was doing this in my bedroom, so I figured once I came into the craft lab that I would use my art glitter glue to go back and get those edges. Also, I'll probably be stitching these. My initial purpose was to make the masterboards to make tags because I have been trying to make tags for Halloween. So I've been trying to make some Halloween ephemera, mainly tags, things that I could have on hand so that when I get ready to finish a few projects, I already have ephemera ready to go. But I've been having a problem with actually making the tags. I was using just some scrap cardstock that I had to start creating the tags, some that I had stamped on and the stamping didn't go well, things like that. So I decided to use those pieces as tags. But then I kind of just got stumped along the way. So I stopped with the tags. I started making some collage fodder using book pages. So this is just some of it here that I made. Um, and then I started just stamping individual bits and pieces. So I would stamp a whole sheet like this and just tear them apart. So I came out with things like this. Let's see, let's grab a handful. This I just went through my Halloween stamps and just started stamping. So I stamped them all on the book page, and then I just used my tear ruler to tear them apart. So at least I have some collage fodder for smaller ephemera to work with. So that's kind of what I did because I was stumped and running out of ideas for tags. So just this morning, I went ahead and I placed all of these all over my desk using some deco pieces from Shabby Dabby Doodah that I had already fussy cut, some of the stamp pieces, and some die cuts that I had done. And this is some of the web tool from Dollar Tree that I put on here. I'm going to stitch around and trim that off. But yeah, I just really I wasn't inspired by the tags. This is decoupaged on, and these also need to be backed, which again, I don't really like backing tags. I just don't, yeah. But this is what I came up with. I did a lot of auditioning and I decided this morning I'm just going to stop auditioning, glue some stuff down, and go from there. So these are what I have. I even used some of my stickers from Dollar Tree just to see how they would look. And then this is the one postcard that I did. I did this because this was a stamp mess up. So I just decoupaged on it and I still need to do some more work to it. But that's where I am with the tags that I had started originally before I started this. So then again, I used scraps, went through my digitals, used scraps, leftovers. Some of these are bits and pieces from my own digitals. I've added some washi tape, some dyed paper, some of the book page a variety of things, and I think this has a Christmas feel, so I use some Christmas washi that I never get to use on that. Then this again has like a more vintage Christmas feel, but I was kind of transitioning out of Christmas, just using leftover bits and pieces again with the washi tape. I like incorporating washi tape in the masterboards or collage sheets. Basically, that's what it is, just a collage. And you can see this is really thick watercolor paper. Again, I have lots of places that I need to touch up with the glue. So I'm going to go through and do that. And it probably won't matter that much once I cut everything apart and start stitching. I did a few just neutral type collages or masterboards. This one I used some floral and butterfly elements. These are washi flakes, and I think almost everything on here is from Your Creative Studio. So I pulled out my Your Creative Studio stash and just kind of went to town. I have one more that I want to do that's strictly Your Creative Studio. It's going to be in greens, but yeah, this is another Your Creative Studios, more Your Creative Studios. And again, I like the neutral because I feel like instead of doing basically Christmas, even though I could turn this into something else if I wanted to, same here. Instead of doing like a Christmas look, I did something more neutral. If I wanted to turn this into Christmas or Halloween, it could be done easily. So that's kind of why I went with the neutrals there. Then here we go, getting into Halloween. I had some scraps, a lot of shabby dabby doodah and other digital that were scraps. I just cut them up. So on these, I did the tear thing. And then once I started using the Your Creative Studio, I didn't really want to tear every single piece. And Your Creative Studio papers are smaller. So I just left them with the hard edge. And I did the same thing once I got to the shabby dabby doodah stuff. I just used my paper trimmer and cut up some of the pieces that weren't smaller scraps. I just cut them to smaller pieces. Here's one that I did. So I did all of these horizontal and I decided to do one vertical because this paper is 9 by 12. I could do, and it doesn't necessarily matter the orientation. I could probably cut it up either way, but I figured I could do 3 columns of 3 inch. So 3, 6, 9, and then this is 12, cut it in half. So there would be 3 by 6 tags. If I do the horizontal look, which is this, I would do 4 columns of 3, and then the tags would be 4.5 inches in height. So a little shorter tag. So I probably in the future will do more vertical layouts like this. But then I went right back to the horizontal. Some of these are, I think, Calico Collage misprints where I was running out of ink, but I never throw those away. I always find a way to use them. So that's the last one that I did. So while I was doing these, I was thinking, I could add a little something more to them. Of course, I could like gesso to push the color back, which I really don't want to do because I like all the color. But I could also maybe emboss. So that's what we're going to attempt to do today. And I'm going to use this one. Let me see. I haven't even tried to tear paper out of this. I didn't know how easy that would be because the paper is so thick. But yeah. And I also like leaving it in the pad because the back is protected. All right. So I'm going to attempt to emboss. I got these new stencils from the Tim Holtz release for Halloween. So I want to use some of these. I have some embossing powders here that I want to use. I have recently purchased the embossing dabber clear. But before I open that, I'm going to attempt to use the embossing ink, distress ink, and a finger dauber. I did this previously on a smaller project, and it worked really well. So let's see if it will work here. So I'm going to start with the back. I'm thinking about when it's going to be cut too. So, which I probably shouldn't be worrying about that, but let's do it anyway. I should probably use the dauber for this, but I just kind of want to see if this will work well. All right, I'm going to use the black. Now, I've never used this black. I've used black embossing powder before. However, this one has some little color bits in it. So I thought that would be okay since I've got black paper. Oh, this is beads. Oh, it still works. Okay. See, I never used it before. I don't think I got this good. I got a feeling that's not going to come out very well. I might have to redo it. We'll see. I don't know what this even is. If you know in the comments, let me know. It's not what I expected it to be. That's for sure. Just white glitter all in my lap. Okay. So warm up the heating tool and see what happens. I don't have high hopes because it didn't really stick. It only worked in certain areas. So I'm going to do that again, try to position the stencil back in the same area. This time I'm going to use this black that I've used before and see how it works. It came out pretty nice in this area, but the rest of it, not so much. So let's see if I can line this up. I think that's going to be much better. Okay, so that came out really nice. I think that other embossing powder could work if it had a little something more to cling to. So I'm wondering if I use another embossing ink, would it be better? Or if it would work better with the embossing dauber. Decisions. Let's try it with the Versamark. Now I've had this pad for a long time, so I don't know. Is this stickier than this? Let's see. Yeah, let's try this one. I'm gonna turn it over the other way. And I'm just going to use the same dauber. I don't know if this is going to work. All right, so that's the Versamark. It looks a little heavier. Let's see what happens with this weird beaded one. Oh, so messy. I think it picked it up a whole lot better. See if I can get this all back in here without having overflow. Maybe I should put a paper underneath. I'm real clumsy with embossing powder. My first embossing experience, I spilled pretty much the whole container all over my desk. I think I probably knocked too much of it off. That came out better than it did the first time, but I think it's the beads just don't stick well enough. And I did not, on this one, I did not go in between and brush off the excess. I didn't brush off the excess here either. But I think it's okay for what it will be. I am going to go over this again if I can line the stencil up with the black, just the plain black. And I'm just gonna use the Distress ink again. The next time I try, I'm gonna try the dauber and see how that works. If I can get this to stay still, that would be great. All right, this side is a little messier. Tried to clean it up as best as I could, but it didn't really work. It should be fine. Let's go ahead and cut this up. So, what we got? Oop, I cut off the cat's head. Wow. I didn't expect that. We'll have to cover that up. Let's see how much we got left here. 6 1/4. Let's make these journal cards. Okay. So we got 2 journal cards that I need to touch up the gluing on. And I did use the new glue stick, craft glue stick, permanent glue stick from Scotch. I think it's okay. It's just that I was a little lax on getting some of the edges. Okay, so this gives me some bases to at least work with. So it's a start. I don't have to worry about decorating the background so much because I have a base to work with. And they won't look so plain like the other ones. I mean, I guess it's good to have a mixture of looks. So I got some plain looking ones and then these collaged tags. The cat with no head. So it's a start. So I just wanted to come on and share what I was working on. And then also I'm thinking maybe the watercolor paper is a little heavy. It's a little overkill, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below because these are quite thick and sturdy. So I don't know if that's overkill. If I should just do it on drawing paper. Their drawing paper from Five Below is not the best to me. It's more like it's kind of more of a heavier weight um, copy paper. Right, so I'll finish these up, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to hop on and show what I was doing. So these are the finished tags with a few journaling cards mixed in. You can see that I've stitched them. And then with the Masterboard versions, I added some stickers I had in my stash that have a little foiling on them just to give them a little bling. Other than that, that's pretty much it that I did. So just the stitching and adding some stickers to the Masterboards and adding the stitching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will probably continue doing Halloween ephemera. I don't know that I'm going to actually work on any of my Halloween projects. I think I've missed the window of time for that. So I'll just be working on building my stash. And I think I'll do the same thing for Christmas. Let me know if you have any ideas, anything specific you would like to see. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.